Alright, today I'm just going to teach you what I think is my probably easiest song to learn. Just because, well, I want to teach someone how to play my music. Or just sort of, it'll be fun. Now, it will be a little difficult for me to teach someone, I guess, because I'm self-taught in how to play the guitar. Obviously, I do know simple things like, E, A, D, G, B, E, right? But the actual, like, I guess you'll call the notations, I guess, are a little, like, difficult. So I'll just say what string it is and then what fret, right? So, like, this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way down. This is 5th fret, 7th, 9th, 12th, right? And the reason why I say I can't respect is the easiest is because it's literally the easiest. Your fingers are always going to be hitting the exact same frets, the exact same notes the entire time. The only difference is like what strings you're going to be hitting in what order, right? So like at the beginning of the song, and of course I can also teach you the lyrics. I'll probably just do the lyrics slowly, but if you also wanted to see the lyrics, I actually have something called my Explained, my Explained series. But yeah, this is the start of My Can't Respect goes. Right, very simple, and it's just, the third, so it's the E, not E, A string, 3rd fret, which I believe would be C, yeah. So it'd be C, and then right after C it's the 2nd fret on the D string, which I think might be E, yeah. So it's just C, E, and then the 2nd fret on the A string, so that would be B. So right, C, E, B, E, then an open A, E, and then back to B, and then I guess this would be what, E flat or D sharp, right? So it's just those, right? And that would be D sharp on the, or I guess you'd just say the 1st fret on the D string, right? So 3rd A, 2nd D, 2nd fret on A, still 2nd D, open A, still 2nd E, D, and then 2nd fret on A, 1st fret on D, right? Or you could also just say, C, E, B, E, A, E, B, E flat, right? And it's just pretty much the same, like, I don't know exactly what vibrato you would say it is, but it's just, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? It's 8 beats altogether, but it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, and that's just the first. And then of course it speeds up because there's a little bit of a speed up part where it goes and sand, and then it goes. And speaking about like rhythm real quick, it's actually, My Can't Respect is one of the easiest to follow for rhythm for me because it's just lyrics, right? I follow it with my lyrics, right? So like, listen, my care has fallen, quite a few stairs is broken. So I know like, listen, right? I know the is always gonna be here, right? So listen, my care has fallen, quite a few stairs, right? So the N is always gonna be on the D, and the air is always gonna be on the D, right? So it's really simple for me to keep the pattern that way. So even when I'm going faster, and Sam. So there's my barrier, my corner, my boxer, of course, set higher, my core set in liars, no coordinate, right? Now, of course, it changes because the, like it's not in air, but it sort of gets the same where it's like, oh, I'm going this fast, so I got to keep my fingers up this fast. And something that helps is once I hit this to just bring my finger up right away so it doesn't have the same, right, vibrating of both. It's just. But of course, you know, you could find your own way, but specifically for me, what I do is every time I hit it, just bring my finger up. It also helps like a little bit of the snappiness, a little bit of the bounciness. But that's just a really, like I said, it's really simple. Like, I don't need to explain it really hard, but, you know, it's just, you know, 3rd fret, you know, right here on the A string, and then 2nd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, open A, 2nd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the A string, 1st fret on the D string, right? Super simple. And your fingers will be in those positions the entire time. Right, they'll be just switching between these positions, you know, it's position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, repeat. Right, and now the speed is also super simple because it's the speed in which you're speaking, right? If you're speaking slower, your speed is going to be slower. If you're speaking faster, your speed is going to be faster, right? It's basically like every line, right? So lyrics real quick. The lyrics for this part is, listen, my care has fallen quite a few stairs. It's broken like a tear in a hymen. It's no longer a virgin. Big blue fire is burning. So many burglars, it's must be stolen. A fairly nice pair of tokens for this fair vocation. With wires bared, watch the corrosion. With these bonds higher for more corny motion. All the hardware forgotten, gone haywire. My disposition is in where my situation fall off the chair. All trust is loosened, walls of despair. Each brick chosen from my mirror, facade closet. My nightwear, my skeleton is just layers of sand. So there's my barrier, my corner, my boxer, of course set higher, my core set in liars, no coordinate, just desire an internet of scammers, an interweb of spiders, by my bed with flyers, to shovel that filer, my respect is almost dead in this mayor, corporate pay me later, corrupt net player debt, right? So that's the first part. The next part is where I said, like, you know, the strings you're hitting here is what really adds to the notation, right? The different sound. So that's the same formation, same thing, and this is probably like the most boring, or like you don't change up very much. Like, you know, in the first one, you know, you got a little bit of that speeding up, and this one you don't. It's just the same, right? And this one's also easy to learn after you've learned the first part, right? Which is just, like I said, the same 4 positions. Your fingers are going to be in the same positions, okay? And something that helps, like I said with the last one, is sort of with the speed of your voice is how everything's going to go. But this one, you're going to hit the A string, right? And it's the same starting position on every single song. You're going to hit the A string. Then you're going to hit the open G string, and then you're going to hit the D string, which would be technically E, because it's, you know, 2nd fret. And then once you hit the E string, you're now next to the A, open G again, right? And it's the same stuff, just with that added little G right there. But it's the same exact formation of the fingers, same exact pattern. It's just an added G in between the A string being hit and the D string being hit, right? And the lyrics are a little bit faster, but your fingers don't move faster. Your fingers end at the ending of the sentence, right? So for example, debt. My respect for you is so low. Disrespecting you would be considered gold. Putting a bullet would be too cold. And we need these chemicals. Meet this easy meeting with disrespect. Meet this feelings with lack of respect. It's needed in with that prospect. How to be a prone to name raps. Sorry, fast to have sex in the basement. Cause their embarrassment is already set. Let's sit this down and say bet. Let's argue now. Are you broke yet? Homeless in basket. Sorry. Take a shot for that last miss. Lost in Las Vegas, your Christmas. One hit. Strike your basis, voices and cordless. You're right to die, I'm a die or die. Roy dying by my time. Die my line, life's a fluoride. Right on the floor for my ride. Cause it's the best way to not collide. My respect is resent, so I resent you. I should say, but no. It's a little less about you in the play. Now Jesus comes into play. Do I really want to take this pain away? Right. And sometimes I'll play it, and when it comes to, the collide, I'd ride, fluoride, roll or die part, sometimes I will sort of keep playing the guitar and my vocals. I might go a little slower, I might go a little faster. Like, that's sort of interchangeable. It doesn't matter as much compared to like the first one, because you don't really have a set, oh, this part ends, so then this part starts. But yeah, like, you can play around with that one a little. Just if it really depends on whether you want to have like that just end with like no vocals, or if you want to be like Nama way, right? It just really depends. As long as it still feels sort of full, it's fine. Now this one is the hardest one probably, because you're gonna have two set patterns that you're gonna repeat twice, and then that'll be the end of it. But it goes. There we are. I was messing it up. I was like, that doesn't sound right. There we are. There we are. Alright, yeah. Sorry, there's another song that I'm working on that I sort of just got conjumbled with there. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Alright, so it does start like this. So it goes. Remember, your fingers are, your left hand, it's always going to be in the same fret, same position, same pattern, right? This one, you're just adding, like I said, it's a little more complex, but it's still not that complex. You're just adding more strings, open strings that you're hitting. So for this, you're going to have two patterns that you're going to repeat. As you're just going to repeat the two patterns twice, and then that'll be the end of the lyrics, so that'll be the end of that part of the song. Right? And it goes A string, B string, D string, G string, right? So it goes A, B, D, G, strings that are hit. But it's just the open B and open G. And so it goes, your fingers on a fret, your fingers not on a fret, your fingers on a fret, your fingers not on a fret, right? Think of it like sewing, but like where your fingers are in positions, right? And then after that, so after you go through the whole pattern on the left hand, you're gonna go like this. You're still gonna start with the A. Everything's gonna start with the A string, but this time you're gonna go B, G, and then D string, right? So like just walking up. You can think of it like, just don't imagine the E strings are here at all, and then you're just going A, B, G, D, A, B, G, D, A, B, G, D, right? And then after you're going A, B, D, G, A, B, D, G, A, You're just gonna go for this, like I said, 2 times. It's just 2 patterns. So it's going. Oh, wrong one. That's once. That's the whole pattern. That's twice. That pattern's done, and then just basically 8 times in a row. You're just gonna do the first pattern again, which is that's 1 pattern, or that's once, that's twice, that's 3 times, that's 4 times. Start going a little softer. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the whole thing. And then for like the 3rd pattern, it goes to sort of give you an idea. Numb, this is my numbness. Dumb, this is the dumbest. Dumb, like it's the dumbest. Let's just give 10s and call it quits the end. Because if you're gonna get it then, just let me give you. Just listen to the subjective decisions. If you didn't get it then, just listen to the subjective decision. Sorry, wrong one. Its conclusion. Anyway, let me restart that. Sorry, it's really hard unless if I'm going in order of the song. Dumb, this is my numbness. Dumb, this is the dumbest. Dumb, like it's the dumbest. Let's just give 10s and call it quits the end. Because if you didn't get it then, just listen to the subjective decision. Sorry, wrong one. This conclusion. If the fanning of flames helps them, just put out the rage and then watch your cage break from the pain they've painted. This is the way I've kept him. This is the way I've. And I say, Captain, I need a way to listen. This is the way I've kept him. This is the way I've listened. And I say, Captain, I need a way to listen. But yeah, like I said, super simple song, even for someone like me who is not good at teaching, obviously. I think you'll be able to get it down pretty easily. Like I said, if you just keep your left hand in the same position, you know, it's only this position the whole time. This position the whole time, and then you just gotta remember, hey, the first part, you're just hitting these strings. Second part, you're just hitting these strings. You're just adding the G in between. And then the last part is where it's really hard. Not like really, really hard, but it's really hard compared to the other parts where you gotta actually remember 2 different patterns and put them in order. Of course, it's even harder when trying to learn that last pattern because I keep messing it up because there's this other song that I'm also working on. But yeah, that's my care and respect. It's, like I said, one of the easiest songs, and it actually sounds really, in my opinion, it sounds really nice, really beautiful, even though it's so simplistic. You don't even need to know the lyrics. That's why I wasn't going too hard on like how to memorize the lyrics. The thing I really use the lyrics for is to keep beat and like, you know, have a story, but keep beat really. But you really shouldn't need to use lyrics to keep beat. You should be able to, as a guitarist or a musician in general, have a clock in your head, an inner timer, you could say, to keep on beat. Which I think it's like 32 measures, and then it speeds up. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's 32 measures or something like that. Maybe 64. I think it's 32 measures. But yeah, that's my care and respect. Here I'll play a little bit of what it should sound like. Not the whole song, but like just without the lyrics, just the parts all together. And this is what it should sound like. Of course, yours will be a little longer, but... yeah.